Hey, Glenn. All right. So, first of all, welcome to all of our new business partners. Um, I'm super excited. We've got so much momentum. Our goal, whenever we sign up a new person, is to create your story of success as quickly as possible. And that's going to help you go on to recruit even more people. So, this is really going to be your 30-day plan of action. So, you know how to log into your back office, so you know how to sign people into the business, and so that you know the systems that we teach as a company. So, with that being said, we're going to jump right into this. This is how you launch your business with momentum. Okay. A launch, which is what we're doing right now, a quick start, is the goal of it is to make sure that every new business partner has a plan of action for their first 30 days. The goal is to get you to champion at a minimum in your first 30 days. As you recall from the presentation, champion is 30 people, but some of those people will come from your upline putting people under you, and some of them will come from people in your team signing up people. So it's not 30 personal recruits, it's 30 total in your team, combined effort. Now, the other thing that I want you to know about Champion is 30 is the number if you only sign people up at the $250 package. But if you sign people up at the higher package, it takes less people. So always push to get people at a minimum to sign up at the $500 level if you can, and go for the $1,000 level, especially with the promotions and incentives that are on the table. That will cause you to move through the compensation plan faster. And remember, people do what you do and not what you say. So if you want people to sign in at the premier level or the essential level, then you yourself should do that, right? Because there's something about the energy that we put out there and how it comes back to us. But people are always going to say, well, what did you sign up at? So the higher package you can choose to sign up at is always the best package. Now you can upgrade. You can just simply pay the difference when you go to your back office, you click upgrade, and you can go from core to essential, essential to premier just by upgrading your package. Now, the other thing that happens in our quick start is that we're going to give you a clear outline of our system. Systems train the masses. If you teach people to follow the system that I'm going to lay out for you today, your business is going to exponentially grow. If you deviate and you start trying to do things your own way, it's not that you aren't going to have results, but I can't guarantee you that you're going to have the results that most people, like a Pastor Brown, followed the system to the T. He said, Lisa, what do I need to do? I'm coachable. Just tell me. And everything I told him to do, he did. And now he's already almost a lead consultant, and it's only been a day. Yvette was another example. Yesterday, we talked on the phone. I said, Yvette, I need you to invite people just to get on the call. Invite as many people as you possibly can. I'm going to send you your launch flyer. Push it out. Call people, pick up the phone, personally invite them. Here's what I want you to say. She did exactly that. She had 7 people on the line. 3 of them have already decided to get started. We have their information. We're getting ready to put them in. And then she's still got 4 more people to call. So if you follow this system, it will duplicate. Just by doing what she did, she's already at the first rank, and she'll probably finish the second rank, by tomorrow. So the system duplicates. And then this really helps a new person know what to focus on so that they're not all over the place, because confused people, they do nothing. This is why when you start a new person, you want to get them immediately on a launch call. If they cannot get on the launch call, you're going to want to have them watch the recording. I'm recording this now, and I'm going to be putting it on our Boss Network YouTube page. So you can always go to that, and I'll be dropping all of those links in the chat for you so that you know our YouTube page, the link to join our different groups, etc. It's just going to be like a little sheet that you can always reference to join the necessary chats and text marketing and all that kind of stuff. Okay. So this is going to give you a plan of action to focus on. All right. Now, when we get started, you're also going to receive some onboarding documents. We have a 5-step system that we teach, okay? The first thing that we're going to do is obviously you got to know what your why is, right? If you don't have a strong why, you're going to quit this business, right? And the why really has to be bigger than the money. You're going to make a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. If you work the business, you will make money. But money doesn't keep a person fully engaged because life happens and life throws you curveballs and it gets you off track. So if your why is really big, like I always say, if your why doesn't make you cry, it's not strong enough. So figure out why you're doing this business. What is your motivation? Is it because you want to, save money for your kids' college fund? Or maybe, you want to pay off the debt in your house, maybe you want to retire your parent, maybe you want whatever it is, you got to figure out why you're doing this. What are the goals for you? What are the goals for your family? What are some of your health goals? These products are going to help you achieve your health goals. What are some of your financial goals? So we're going to send you a document and I want you to just take time to really write out what your why is and what your motivation is, because that's something you're going to want to share with people when you invite them to get on your launch call. Listen, I'm getting started in this business because I really, really feel like I have no time. I'm always working. I want to spend time with my family. I want to spend time with my kids, and I want multiple streams of income so that I can have residual income. And I'm doing this for that reason. I mean, you got to have a why that you can share with people, because people buy you long before they buy a company or a product. Now, once we get you those documents, when you're signing up, it's very important for people to know there's 2 steps. You're going to sign somebody up at the $49.99 level, right? But that's not enough. You have to make sure they choose a package. I see people that sign people up all the time and they put them in at the $49.99 and that doesn't do anything. The person doesn't have any product. The person's not commissionable. You got to sign up a $49.99 package and you got to pick a package of core, essential, or premier. If they sign up at the core level, the $250 plus the $49.99 is going to be $300, plus they have to pay shipping and tax. So it's roughly going to be maybe around $350, $349, somewhere in that range. Essential, they're going to pay $500, $499, plus the $49.99, plus their shipping and tax. So just make sure people know that. All right. There's 2 routes that you can go. People often ask the question, well, if I sign up on digital, does that mean I can't sell product? No, it doesn't matter if you sign up on digital or product. You will be able to market all of the products that the company has to offer. It's just that your kit, the package that you receive, is going to have in it whatever you sign up for. So if you sign up for products, it's going to have some sprays, it's going to have some juices, it's going to have some marketing materials in it. If you sign up for digital, you're going to get access to the online digital learning platform so that you can start taking the classes and you move through them at your own pace. Now, me personally, this is what you have to ask yourself. When you looked at the presentation, what were you more drawn to? Did you really like the trading aspect of the program, or did you like the product aspect of the program? And that's how you decide whether you're going to go the digital route or the product route. I personally like products because I know that when people get products, they can turn around and sell those products and they make their money right back. They can also sample out those products, and by sampling out those products, they get a lot more customers. So I personally like products, but like Jeb, he likes trading, right? He wants to lead with trading, and that's fine too. There are a lot of people that are leading with trading, especially internationally. There are a lot of people that want to trade. So you would do the FL2 course, or you would do the essential package, which includes all of the courses plus the trading, or you could do the Premier Pack, which also will give you the travel portal. So that's how a person chooses whether they're going to go product or trading. We are going to have an onboarding call with Bryce Thompson this coming Monday at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and also at Wednesday at 7 o'clock. That's going to be with Bryce Thompson. He is going to do a presentation that is really geared towards trading. If you notice, my presentation kind of covers both in detail. That's why it's longer. But a lot of people's presentation is kind of really tailored to the avenue that they recruit the most in. So you're going to hear Bryce, and we're going to record it. So if you ever have people that want to focus on trading, they'll have a presentation that they can watch that's specifically trading. And then we'll also be doing an onboarding training where we'll teach you the company has onboarding calls, but I like to work with some of the leaders that are really like just tearing it up, so that you know exactly how to link up your broker account, how to set up your broker account, how to connect it to the FL2 app. And we'll get you the details of that onboarding call for FL2, early next week. But you got to be a product of the product, whether it's trading, whether it's health and wellness, whether it's taking the Airbnb course. When you have your own story, remember, facts tell and stories sell. So you have to be a product of the product and figure out which product you want to focus on first. But when we sign you up, we'll ask you which level you want to get started at, and that's what we sign people up at. Okay? Now, you're also going to receive in the chat, once we add you to the group chat, you're going to receive some onboarding documents, okay? Your 24-hour assignment, as soon as you get started, is to make your list. If you don't have a list, you don't have a business. I need you guys to hear me carefully. If you don't have a list, you don't have a business. A lot of times people try to work from their head or their cell phone. We're going to send you a spreadsheet. I highly encourage that you put your list on that spreadsheet, because when you dedicate time to call people and get them on the calls, you can keep up with what people said. You can keep up with who got on the call. You can keep up with what follow-up you need to do next, what step they're in. After a person gets on a call, Yvette just did this with me. I said, Yvette, this is what you're going to say. You're going to call everybody that you had on the call. You're going to ask them, what do they think? Did they like what they heard? What are their thoughts? And based on what they say, if they're interested, you're going to do a 3-way call with me. I'm going to answer their questions, and I'm going to help you get them closed into the business. She did exactly that. The first 3 people she called, they all wanted to get started. So now she's got 3 people, but you got to use the 3-way call because you're new. So you being new, you might not be able to answer all of their questions. So lean on the people in your upline that are sapphires, rubies, diamonds, to do your 3-way calls to help you close people out. Now, if you don't need somebody to close them out, like you call them back and they say, yes, I'm ready to go, you don't have to do a 3-way call. You can simply collect their information so that you can put them in the system. Now, let me tell you the information that you need to collect when you're signing a new person up. I prefer to put people in myself so that I know they get in right? Because there's a couple of boxes that you have to check off, and I'm going to show you in just a second. But when I'm signing a new person up, I'm going to put them in. When you're signing a new person up, you're going to put them in, as opposed to just sending your link. Because a lot of times when you send people the link, they don't really necessarily, they miss some steps. So that's what I personally do, okay? But you make your list, and as you make your list, you call them and you invite them to get on the call. Now, once you get started, and we have your ID number, as soon as you get started, what you want to be, oh wait, I'm sorry, I jumped. Let me tell you the information you need to get when you're signing a person up. I don't want to miss that. You need their name, their address, their full address, city, state, and zip. You need their date of birth. You need their email, their cell phone number, their social security number or their EIN number, what package they want to get started at, and their credit card information. That is the information you need when you put a new person in the system. So FYI, I'll read that one more time. You need their full name spelled correctly, their mailing address, city, state, and zip, their date of birth, their email, their mobile phone, and their social security number. It is very, very important. If you don't put their social security number in, so that means you're going to log into their back office the first time. If you don't put their social security number in, you're not able to set them up to get their checks. So a lot of new people don't log into their back office until they've started making several checks. They're too new. They're just focused on referring people to the business. So they don't log into their back office. And there creates a problem where they will show inactive if they haven't added their social security number and their pay quicker account. So just make sure you get this information. I'm going to actually show you this process in just a moment. Okay. So you've made your list. Now, this is what you say when you're inviting people to get on the call. As soon as you get started, when I sign a new person up, they make their list. As soon as I sign them up, I am sending them a launch flyer. I will send you guys the template. It's done in Canva. All you have to do is go in and add someone's picture, and you also change the date. So if the date is Sunday at 7 p.m., you just go on Canva, you add their picture, you change their cell phone, you put the date in, and then you send them their graphic. A lot of times I do it, but as we're growing exponentially, there's no way I'm going to be able to keep up with doing everybody's. So once a person gets to like lead consultant, champion, sapphire, we send you the graphics so that you can easily update every new person that comes into your team, add them to the chats, etc. Now, if you're a new person, don't worry about it. Your upline is going to do your graphics for you. But once you start to break ranks, you got to take your leadership game up a level, and you got to start doing your own welcome graphics and launch flyer graphics. My launch flyer has my picture on it, the presentations that I do, and that new person's picture on it, right? Because that new person is then going to turn around and send that launch graphic out to their warm market, and their picture needs to be on it. So this is what you say when you're inviting people to get on our call. Our next call is tomorrow. So if you're brand new, you need your launch graphic, and you can send a message to me or your upline. They'll make your launch graphic, and then you need to invite as many people as you possibly can to get on the 7 o'clock call. All you're going to say to them is, listen, I just launched a new business. I'm really, really excited. This is a business where we help people to achieve optimal health, and we help people to grow their wealth. I really want you to hear what we're doing because I'm so excited. It's such a lucrative opportunity, and I want you to just take a look at it and give me your thoughts. Your support would mean the world to me. Did I talk about the name of the company? Did I go into product details? Did I go into, the compensation plan? Absolutely not. You're just inviting people to get on a call by saying, look, there's a new business. We have the opportunity to get in early. I'm just launching my business. I want you to see what's happening because it's exploding across the globe. Something to that effect. It doesn't take you but like 30 seconds. And you don't want to just send out text messages. You want to go to your list and you want to call people, and you want to specifically invite them to get on the next calls. Now, let me tell you how our call schedules go in this company. Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, our corporate offices do a call. There are different leaders that are top leaders in the company that are diamonds and above, and they do the 1 o'clock and 7 o'clock calls. The link for that is NVUpresentation.com. NVUpresentation.com. Okay. That presentation is usually about 30 minutes long. It's pretty fast. Most people are 40 minutes tops. Okay. If you would like my presentation, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, my presentation is longer because I go into more detail because I like to receive information the way I needed it when I signed up, and I'm a very analytical person. So my presentation is usually right at 1 hour. If you prefer the shorter presentation, you can put them on the corporate presentation, or we have a pre-recorded presentation that is done by Dr. David Emanitier, and that pre-recorded presentation is www.gonvupresentation.com. www.gonvupresentation.com. That's like a 20-minute presentation where he covers in detail the opportunity. It doesn't go into as much detail as I go into, but it is effective. And many people will just send, like, let's just say you invite people to get on a call, they're not available, so then they'll send them the presentation recorded. Now, I personally think that when you give people small commitments, it leads to bigger commitments. So if you tell somebody to get on a live call and they show up and get on the Zoom call, that's a good sign that they're really interested in the presentation. Sometimes when you send somebody a recorded presentation, they never get around to watching it. So it is my personal opinion that getting people on a live Zoom call is always better. Now, I do calls every Monday, every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then I do a Saturday presentation at 12 noon. And Glenn, if you could be typing some of these links in the chat, so if people want to go and look at what I'm saying, the links are right there. So I do it at Monday at 9 p.m., Wednesday at 9 p.m., Saturday at noon, and Sunday at 7 p.m. So there's 7 days a week that you can plug people onto calls. Now, I also do an onboarding call on Tuesday nights. And the Tuesday night onboarding call is at 7 p.m. And there's also going to now be an onboarding call every Saturday at 2 o'clock. This is all Eastern Standard Time, right? Because we're growing so fast now, we have to add these onboarding calls to keep up with all the new people. Now, I'm going to also record it. So it will also be on our YouTube page, which is NVU Boss Network. You can search it on YouTube, and I'll drop the link in the chat. Subscribe to the page. And I try to put it, there's some testimonial calls on that page. There's training calls, all of the updated presentations that David does, Yvonne does, I do. We try to keep the YouTube page pretty current. If you ever need to go and refer to something or grab some of the videos, some of the juice videos, all of that we put on that YouTube page. So I'll drop that in the chat after I get all these new people added to the chat. Okay, now, so you've made your list. Now you know what to say when you call the people on your list. Our next call is tomorrow at 7 p.m. So you can invite people to get on that call. Your goal when you get started is to sign up 2 people as quickly as you can so that people are dual team qualified. You have to put somebody on your right side and your left side. And if you can sign up 2 people at $250, you've broken your first rank, because the first rank is only 500 in volume. No, I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm saying that right. The first rank is 1,000 in volume. Let me just make sure. Hold on. Hold on one second. I think it's 500. Hold on. I want to check my slides here. One second here. My brain is like, okay, so the first rank, let me give it to you guys. The first rank is what we call team consultant. And to get to that first rank, you need 500 in CV. 500 in CV. So that means that you need 250 volume on the right, 250 volume on the left. But if you notice, if someone signs up at the $250 level, that's only 150 CV because $250 is what they paid, but some of it went to hardcore product and some of it went to commissionable volume. So for every person you sign up at the $250 level, you get 150 of CV. For every person you sign up at the essential level, that pays out 300 in CV. And for every person that you sign up at the premier level, that gives you 600 in CV. So if you notice here, I'm going to share my screen real quick. Let me just share this with you guys. Okay. If you notice here, this is showing you what you need for your first few ranks. So to go team consultant, you need 500 in CV. So this is why we say 2 on the right, 2 on the left, because if you sign somebody up at the $250 level, you're getting 150 of CV. So that's going to give you 300 of CV on the right, 300 in CV on the left. So you'll actually have a total of 600 in CV, but that's enough to qualify for team consultant. So again, I'll read that back to you. If you sign somebody up at the core package, it gives 150 of CV. If you sign somebody up at this essential package, it gives 300 of CV. And if you sign somebody up at the premier package, it gives 600 of CV. So this is why to go team consultant, you need total CV volume of 500. Really 2 people, one on your right, one on your left. If you sign 2 premiers up, let me see, 250, that's 150. You have to sign 4 people up. And remember, some of those people have been placed under you. I'm going to show you guys in just a minute how to look at your back office and see your visual tree to know what's on your left side and what's on your right side. When we say 2 people, some of those people are getting placed under you from your upline. They count towards you having to hit these ranks. So you need 500 of CV at the team consultant level, 1,500 to go lead consultant, and 4,500 to go champion. So notice what it says here. 5 and 5, 10 people. These numbers are based on people signing up at the $250 level. So 5 people that sign up at $250, what is that? Let's see what that would be. 5 people that sign up at $250, calculator. 5 times 250. That's 1,250 of volume on the left side. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I take that back. That's 150. The way they get that number is they take 1,500 divided by 150. They're looking at it at the lowest possible level, and that's why they need 10 people. 10 people that sign in at the $250 level. I'm just kind of helping you guys understand. Type in the chat right now if you understand what I just said. The way they back into these numbers is $500 divided by 150. They're basing it on the CV that you get at the core level. 1,500 divided by 150. That's how they come up with 5 and 5. And 4,500 divided by 150. That's how they come up with 30 people, because you get 150 CV if you sign people in at the lowest level. Again, if you sign people in at higher packages, it takes less people to get the volume that you need to hit these ranks. Okay? Drop in the chat. I need everybody to drop in the chat if you're following along with what I just said. I understand. Rachel understands. Okay, great. Thank you, Rachel, for responding. I want to make sure everybody's following us. Okay, drop in the chat. You can put an exclamation. Okay, Brittany understands. Okay, great. Okay. Now we have had people go champion in a week. Truly, it's not hard. It seems like a number of people, but if you sign people in, think about it. If you signed people in at Premier, At Premier, you need 4,500 in volume, but the Premier package gives you 600 of CV. So that's only 7.5 people between you and your upline placing people under you, and that would get you to champion. This is why people are able to do it in a week, but they're signing in the higher packages. That same number, if you were signing somebody in at Essentials, the Essential package gives you 300 in CV. That only requires 15 people as opposed to 30 people. So hopefully you're understanding what it means, and how you move through the ranks is strictly volume, and half of the volume could come from your upline. Might not, but it could, because your upline will be placing people under you because they're building out their pay leg, and their pay leg is the leg that you're usually in. So you end up getting a lot of people from your upline a lot of times. Okay. All right, so that's that. The goal is to try to get everybody on this line to champion in their first 30 days. So that's why we took a little bit of time here to really help you understand structuring and what you need to go champion. Okay. All right, so you're going to make your list. Let me just take this off of my screen. Hold on one second. All right. Second here. Let me share my screen again. On, guys. Sorry, I got a million screens up. Okay, so we're gonna share the screen here. Okay, good. You guys see my screen? Let me just put it on. There we go. Okay, so we made our list. Now, the next thing you have to do when you get these documents, these onboarding documents, this is kind of what the spreadsheet looks like that you'll get. Type it in, name, phone number, email, follow-up notes, etc. When we say blue, green, or red, that's a classification that you can use to kind of rank people, so to speak. A blue person is someone that looks up to you. A lot of times people that look up to you, if you make a recommendation to them, they're going to do it, right? A green person is kind of someone that's like your peer. You're on the same level. Maybe you're in the same careers. Maybe they're, friends of yours. Red is someone that you look up to. It's harder to recruit a red because you do need influence, but that's when you're going to really leverage your upline, rubies, emeralds, diamonds, to really help you go after your heavy hitters and what we call red prospects. All right. This is on a spreadsheet. The reason that when I use my spreadsheet every month, I'm always recruiting new people. So I'll add a new tab to my spreadsheet based on the month that I'm in. I'm always making a new fresh list. I use social media a lot to recruit. And that's a whole nother training where we teach you how to leverage social media to build your business. Okay. Couple of things when you're inviting people, you don't really ask them, you kind of tell them, listen, I really need your support. I need you to get on this call. You got to hear about this new business that I've gotten involved with. I'm so excited. It's super lucrative. We can make a lot of money. We're able to get in early. You got to get on this call. I want you to get on this call and give me your thoughts. Don't ask, just kind of tell them, right? Especially when it's your first few launch events. We had a 5-minute peak video, which was moreincomefforme.com. But now we just use other videos like the juice video, the vision video, but that was just a 5-minute peak kind of video, which kind of gives you an overview of the entire opportunity and the kind of things that we do on the health side and the wealth side. So that was that. Do not prejudge anyone. The ones you think will, they won't. And the ones you think won't, they absolutely will. So put and invite everybody to get on the call. This is a numbers game. So you don't want to invite 2 people because 2 people are probably not going to both sign up. So you got to work with the law of large numbers. So I always encourage people to make a list of at least 100 names. If you make a list of 100 names, and you invite them to get on your launch call, you're going to get 30 to 40 people that tell you, okay, yes, I'll support you. I want to learn about your business. If you talk to 100 people and invite 100 people, 30 to 40 are going to be interested. Of the 30 to 40 that tell you that they're interested, a third of them are going to actually show up. Okay. A lot of people talk, but they don't walk, right? So if a third of 30 show up, that means 10 people are going to be on the call. Now, of the 10 people that get on the call, a third of them usually join. So you're going to sign up for every 10 people you expose to the business and get on the call, 1 to 3 will join your business. That's the law of averages. So you don't want to invite one person because one person is not going to expose it to enough people. So don't prejudge, invite everybody. Use the launch flyer that your upline will send you when you're doing a launch event. One of the things that I try to do on Thursdays is people's launch event. So, like for instance, today, Yvette did her launch. So I let her say a few words because a lot of the people that were in that room were her people. Pastor Brown had a number of people in that room that were his people. So if you have people in the room, when you log into the room, you want to send me a quick chat message that says, hey, I've got several guests. I'd like to thank them for getting on the call and welcome them. I'm perfectly fine with that because everybody needs to host a launch event. And the reason why we do it combined is because when people get on that call and they see 30, 40 people in the room, they don't know that those are not all your people. And when they see that many people in the room, they're like, wow, there's a lot of people looking at this thing. I better really pay attention to what's going on. So when we combine our efforts, we always have really successful launch events that have a number of people on them. And whoever's hosting a launch event and you got people to get on, you just need to send me a quick message when you get in the room and I'll allow you to say a few words before we jump into the call. All right. Now, again, this is what I was just telling you, our NVU opportunity calls Monday through Friday, 1 p.m., 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, nvupresentation.com. The pre-recorded 20-minute presentation with David Emanitier is gonvupresentation.com. The 6-minute peak interest presentation is gonvu.com. So this is very, very important. These are great tools to grow your business. Again, my calls are Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday and Wednesday, 9 p.m., Saturday, noon, Sunday, 7 p.m. I'm always doing opportunity calls. If for some reason I'm traveling, I will usually have another leader step in and do the calls for me. Okay, now pay attention. Every Sunday, we have what we call a vision mastery call. This is an advanced training call that is done by corporate. This is where they give important corporate updates. This is also where they do really extensive advanced leadership training. One of the greatest things that comes out of being in this opportunity is your personal development, right? You're going to be mentored by people who have made 7 and 8 figures in their career, right? Success is not always what you know, it's kind of who you know and who's teaching you how to duplicate the system. So those calls are always done by people who have a proven track record. You want to be on those calls and you want to train your team to get on those calls. And they cover technical skills, they cover advanced leadership training, mindset training. Where can you go to get that type of mentorship for free? Most people, if someone was calling me and asking me to coach them, they would be paying me by the hour. But because you're in Envision U and you're part of my team, all of my training and mentorship is done for free. So don't take that for granted. Anytime there's advanced training done by a top leader in this company, make sure you're on that call. They do send out the recordings, but it's nothing like being live on the call. You're going to see the energy of the company. You're going to feel the culture of the company. That's every Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the link to that is mastery.envisionu.com. Okay. The other documents that we're going to send you are going to be some scripts. Now, these scripts are not meant to be read verbatim. They're what we call conversation outlines. So again, when I'm inviting someone to a business launch, hi, can I speak to Yvette? Hey, Yvette, this is Lisa. How's it going? Listen, I'm calling you because I want to invite you to my business's grand opening. I'm so excited to share this significant milestone in my life. I've started a new business. I'm doing health and wealth. It's so exciting. We're with a company, ground floor, very, very lucrative, and your presence and support would mean the world to me. Would you please be willing to jump on a call that I'm doing on, and you give the date, you send your flyer. If they say yes, you make a note that they said yes. 10 or 15 minutes before the call, you send them a confirmation to make sure they didn't forget. And that's how you're going to get a number of people on your launch call. We will send you this slide deck, right? I'll send you the PDF of this slide deck in the chat so that you can refer to this. Plus, the onboarding documents has a whole pack of scripts that you can use. Here's a script that you could use to invite people to our daily corporate call. Hey, can I speak to Glenn? Hey, Glenn, this is Lisa. I'm calling because I have something really exciting I'd love to share with you. Let me ask you, are you open to making extra money or creating additional streams of income? If they say yes, then you can say, look, I recently learned about a new company that is expanding globally and people are making really great money. It just launched. The company is Health and Wealth Creation, and they're growing quickly. Are you open to learn about the opportunity? When I'm on social media, this is all I do. I just send a message to people. I tell them what I'm doing, that I'm in health and wealth, and I ask them if they're open to hear more about what we're doing. If they say yes, I say, send me your phone number. Can I get you on a call with me today at noon? Can I get you on a call with me at 7? Every day I get people from social media. Now, how do you get people from social media? By following who's in your stories and who's liking your post. Anybody that's following you in your stories and anybody that's liking your post, that's an open invitation to reach out to them and connect with them and see how things are going for them and invite them to get on a call. It's a numbers game, and whoever you invite that way, make sure you add their name to your list so you properly follow up with them, okay? So this is how you can invite to get on calls if it's not your launch call, okay? Remember, the fortune is in the follow-up. So when you get people on these calls, that's great, but that's only the first half of what you got to do. The biggest part of recruiting is the follow-up. So after you get people on a call, you can go and you can see all the people that are in the room, right? You can look at who's in the room. Pay attention to who's in the room that you invited to get on the call. That's why we keep it the way it is as a meeting and not a webinar, because we want you to be able to see who's in the room so that you can follow up with them, right? Now get this. Once the call ends, and I tell people get back with whoever invited you to get on the call, people don't always do that. You need to pick up the phone and you need to personally call these people and you need to say, thank you so much for getting on the call. What did you think about what was shared? What are your thoughts? And you wait for them to respond. And after they respond, you say, great. If they say they like it and they think it's something they want to do, now you say, well, listen, I'm new. I want to make sure I get you all the right information. Let me call Lisa, or let me call Glenn, or let me call Pastor Brown. Let me get you on the phone so that we can get your questions answered, but so that we can get you signed up. And so you get them on the phone with one of us, and we'll get them closed and in the business for you. If you don't do the 3-way call, to help you close out people, you're making a huge mistake. It's much easier to let a more experienced person get them in the business and close for you than you trying to do it yourself. Trust me on this. The people who do the most three-way calls are always the people that recruit the most people, okay? So be sure to send your get, make a note of who logs on and agrees to get on each call. Make a note on your calendar. One of the documents that we send you is the NVU calendar. So if someone says, yeah, I'm going to get on the call on Wednesday, go ahead and go to your calendar and put their name there so you can remember to send them a reminder message, and you also know who to follow up with after the calls. Be sure to send your guest a reminder text that they agreed to get on the call. Send them your flyer. Send them a reminder 15-20 minutes before the call, and be sure to follow up with your prospect immediately following the call. The fortune is definitely in the follow-up. Now, when you get started with our company, your goal in the first 30 days is to do as many launch calls as you possibly can. You don't have to just do one. We're going to send you the graphic, and all you got to do is go in. It's already going to have your picture on it. Go in and update the date and update the picture if you want to, and keep sending it out. Do as many launches as you possibly can. The person who exposes the most people in their first 30 days is usually the person who goes champion, sapphire, ruby. Glenn Costin went ruby in 45 days. Was it 30 days, Glenn? I don't know if he's muted. Glenn, if you can unmute. He went ruby really fast. Okay, so and it's because he exposed a lot of people quickly. How long did it take you to go ruby, Glenn?
30 days.
30 days, right? Now, one
Yes.
thing you'll notice about Glenn, he's on every call. He's constantly reminding his team about the calls. He's on every training. You as a leader want to do the exact same thing. If you're on all of the calls, your team is going to be on the calls. And the more people from your team that are plugging into the calls, the more guests that are being exposed, the more duplication you're going to see in your business. People do what you do and not what you say. So lead by example. If you want to see your people do a launch event successfully, then you do a launch event successfully. That's just the law of the universe, okay? Now, every business, you're probably saying, well, why do I have to do a massive launch where I invite 10, 15, 20 people to get on a call? Because think about it, every business has a launch. Every store that opens has a grand opening. Every business has a grand opening and a ribbon cutting ceremony. People won't know you're in this business if you don't do a launch. So if you want to have success, you got to do a launch. It's going to introduce your warm market to your business. And trust me when I tell you, when you sign new people up, we're going to do the exact same thing with them. Yvette has 3 people going in. When I got their information, I told them I was going to send them their flyer. I told them I was going to send them their onboarding documents, etc. And I told them to invite as many people as possible to the Sunday call at 7 o'clock. People are most excited the day they sign up. So that's the day you want to get them committed to inviting people to the next call. I hope this is all making sense to everybody. And these NVU opportunity overview calls, this is how you can grow your business strictly on Zoom calls. Okay, so the launch is the fastest way to get to team consultant, lead consultant, and champion. It creates your story of success because when you sign people up, they're going to want to know how you're doing in the business. And based on how you're doing in the business is going to help them decide whether or not they think they could be successful in the business. So you really do want to come out the gate strong and break your first rank in your first 2 days. Remember, sign up your first 2 to 4 people as quickly as you possibly can. And this is going to duplicate in your business. You need 2 people to be dual team qualified. So you need a person on the right and a person on your left to be dual team qualified. And then your other 2 go under those 2. Okay. This strategy creates massive momentum in your business and it creates massive momentum in your organization. Schedule your launch event within the first 24 to 48 hours of joining Envision You. That's when you're most excited, and that's when people get the best results. If you let time go by, every day that goes by that you don't do a launch event for a new person, you run the risk of them completely doing nothing and going into the witness protection program, right? That's when they don't take your calls anymore. You're reaching out to them, you're texting, but be persistent, right? If I sign a new person up, I'm going to keep calling and keep calling and keep calling and stressing the importance of doing a launch event because I want to make sure they have success. And you want to feel the same way because when you help people get checks, you get checks, okay? Teamwork makes the dream work. Again, these launch events can be done virtually via Zoom. Some of you might want to do an event at your house. That's always good because now you got product that you can sample. So you want to get with your upline and see if they're willing to come and do a launch event for you at your home or your office. I don't recommend going and getting some public place that costs you money. Keep your business free until your business starts making money where you can justify doing a large scale event for your team, okay? But it's you'd never want to do a launch event at a hotel, right? You want to do it at your home via Zoom or at your office, but somewhere that doesn't cost you extra money, okay? How many people do you invite? Invite as many as possible, but at least try to invite 50 to 100 people. Start off by making that list of 100 names. Your list is very, very important to the success of your business. Again, I've given you the scripts. I will send this out to you. This is an effective script for inviting someone that you know that maybe you work with. This was just a sample of an invite that we used to use, but now we do one with your picture on, and I'm going to update it so people can see what that looks like in this slide deck. Okay, this is an example of a launch event. We'll put your picture on it with my picture on it with some language in it. These are just samples. We have all different kinds of versions that you can choose to use. Okay. Here's your expectations. Here's what you can expect. If you send out 50 to 100 invites and you confirm your guests the day before, of the 150 to 100 people, a third are going to be interested. A third of the ones that tell you they're going to get on the call are going to actually get on the call. So expect about 60% of your guests to attend. Know who your reds are. Let your upline know if you got any super reds or any big influential people that you're going to need help talking to, just so we know the hot buttons to mention on the presentation. If I got a doctor on the line, I'm going to make sure I talk about the physician desk reference manual. I'm going to make sure I go into more detail about the product. So if you got anybody that's a doctor or a nurse or, a heavy hitter in network marketing, just always let your upline know. Okay. All right. This is for a home meeting. You can look through that. This is everything you need at a home meeting. Very, very simple to do. These are some of the launch tools that they have in your back office that you can order. They're great to have on display when you're doing events. This is one of our kits. We got all kinds of resources, pull up banners, all that kind of stuff that's in your back office. Okay. All right. I'm going to stop there. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how to log into your back office very quickly. Let me just go to the slide right here. You guys should be able to see my screen now. Yes. Okay, let me just make this bigger. Okay, so when you go to your back office, you're going to go to www.envisionu.com. Okay. Everybody, if you click on this head, it'll bring you to where you can log in. Okay. Now, you're going to put, when you go to log in to your back office, your email is going to go first. And then whoever signed you up, they're going to send you a temporary password that they use to sign you up. I don't encourage you to change your password until you know how to move people from your holding tank. In the beginning, you're going to need your upline to help you move people. So keep the password, whatever they send you, and then once you're familiar with how to navigate your back office, you can do so, okay? So when you log into your back office, the first thing that's going to come up, you'll see in just a second here. We got a lot of people going in. So whenever you touch that little head on the thing. All right. Now, this right here that says VB dashboard, this is what you click. And I got to that by clicking on the circle. You can add your picture and everything to your website and stuff. And you can go and play in your back office and it'll show you how to add your photograph, etc. But your VB dashboard is where you click to go to your back office. If you signed up for FL2, if you want to take the live training classes, this is where you go to access the live training classes. If you signed up for your digital learning courses, this is what you click on to access the modules to your digital learning courses. If you're doing FL2 and you want to watch the videos that have been recorded, this is the FL2 Academy, okay? Managing your smart ships, if you want to go in and change out your smart ships, every month you can pick which smart ship you want to go with. However, you need to pay attention to what personal volume you need based on your rank. I would encourage everybody to try to do a smart ship between $150 to $250 a month, because at the point in which you're making $500 a month, which is the second rank, it pays for itself. And the more people you have on auto ships at that amount is going to help you to move through the ranks quicker. You got to be on an auto ship because you got to use the product yourself, but you also got to sample the product out. You give away some free samples to new people that are signing into the business because their products are going to take 7 to 10 days to come. So you want to give them a couple of products to try so they can start to like the products and fall in love with the products, etc. So if you got a $200 package or a $250 package, that's going to give you enough product each month to be able to sample as well as use product yourself. Okay, and then so I want to click on, for the sake of showing you guys this, your VB back office, couple things I want you to pay close attention to, okay? So here's where you are. My organization, visual tree. This is going to start to show you what your structure is starting to look like. Now, mine is really, really wide. When you see enrollment, enrollment is all the people that you have personally signed into the business. Now, you can see when I got into this company, my goal personally was to sign in 150 people as quickly as I could. Why? Because I know that in my last business, I signed up 150 people, and 150 people became 400,000. So when I came into this company, that's all I was focused on, was getting to getting to the top of this comp plan, and I knew what I needed to do. Now, one of the trainings in the back office is a training that David does, and he teaches you to put 20 on your right and 20 on your left as quickly as possible. So your goal should be to recruit 40 people as quickly as you can. That is a training that is in your back office that you should pay attention to, okay? I highly encourage you to look at that training. Now, these are the people you personally enroll, But when you go to your dual team tree, now you're going to see people that are on your right side, people that are on your left side, right? So you're going to literally see two lines growing in your business. Whenever you're placing people, you click bottom right if they're going on your right side, and you click bottom left if you're placing them on your left side. You only place on far outside left if they're going on your left side, or far outside right if they're going on your right side. If you follow this structure, everybody in your team will end up getting a power leg. We only place on the outside legs, and then a person builds their own inside leg with their personal recruits. That's going to take a minute to seek in, but just know whenever you sign a person up, you click bottom right, and it'll show you what person is at the very bottom of the right leg. And when you click on that person's name, you can get their ID number. And when it's time to go move and place somebody, you literally go to your holding tank. You put this ID number in. And since this person is on my right side, I'm going to put them in my right leg. If I was putting somebody on the left side, I would put them on my left side, but my outside left leg. And you can see the same thing happens on bottom left. I see that this person is the one that's on my far outside left leg. This is the person that's at the bottom of that leg. So if I'm placing on my left side, I'm going to grab their ID number and I'm going to place them. And I'll show you how to place in just a second. Now, this is kind of advanced, but I just want you to see that's the only visual tree that you have to look at. All right. Now, a couple of other things to pay close attention to. You can start to see your pay history and all your checks that are coming in by clicking on pay history. When we talk about binary holding tank, anytime you sign somebody up through your website, once they're signed up in your back office, they're going to be in your holding tank. And you'll go to your holding tank and you'll move those people either to the far right leg or the far left leg. Don't worry, we're going to do another training just on structuring. All the way to champion, your upline's going to be working with you and teaching you and showing you how to do all of this. But I just wanted you to kind of see what's in your back office. When you first go into signing someone up, it's important that they log into their back office, put in their social security number. You can do it for them. And also choose the Pay Quicker payment card, not Mass Pay. Choose Pay Quicker payment card. You'll get a card mailed to you. And when that card gets mailed to you, every time you get a check, that money will be deposited onto your Envision You Pay Quicker card. You can transfer money from your Pay Quicker card to your bank account, or you can just start to use that Pay Quicker card as your business expense credit card. All right. I'm going to open it up for some questions. I think we're done here. Just one thing I want to make sure you guys know. If you want to add your photograph to the if you want to add your photograph to your page, you go to let me see, you go to tools. No, sorry, not tools, settings. You go to settings. And when you go to settings, you click on marketing site. You can put a little background information about yourself, editing it right there. No, there's a place on your home page that, hold on, you can get to add your picture. I'm sorry guys, let me figure out how to get this, because it's always good to put your picture on your page, because when you put your picture on your page, people can easily know that they're on your web page. Okay, if you click the picture and then you click my profile, this is what you do. You click the picture, you hit my profile, and then you go up here and you change your profile picture. So you go over to this circle, you click my profile. I don't know how I got back here, but let me just go back to my VB dashboard. Okay. You click my profile up here. It'll be a blue dot up until the point in which you add your picture. Click on my profile. Then you can change your picture out here. If you need to change out your address or cell phone number or anything like that, you can do that through all of these. All right. So I'm going to end this now. Does anybody have any questions that you'd like to ask? Feel free to unmute yourself. I know that was a
Hi,
lot.
Lisa.
Hi, Yvonne. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm great.
I just wanted to for you to explain again about the Pay Quicker card.
Okay. So as soon as you are eligible to earn a check, right? Okay. When you first sign a person in, many people are missing this last step. When you sign them in, you need to log into their back office using their email and the temporary password that you set up when you first sign them up. And you need to go ahead and put in their social, and you need to put in that they want to get the Pay Quicker card. If you don't do this, then when it's time for them to get paid, the money is not going to go to their card. So it's very important that you establish that they want to get their money through Pay Quicker. So as soon as you sign a person up, the very first time that someone logs into their back office, it automatically is going to pop up two things. One is going to be a whole list of documents that you have to approve. You have to just click on the document, open it up, click on each document, open it up, click on each document, open it up. This is basically the rep's terms and agreement. And then click I accept. Then after that, the next thing that's going to pop up, this is only the very first time you open their back office, is for you to put in their social security number or their EIN number. And then it's also going to be for you to put in the Pay Quicker card. Now, if you have never set up a Pay Quicker card, but you've been in your back office many times, what that means is that Pay Quicker sent you an email. If you've earned a check, Pay Quicker has sent you an email. You need to search it in your back office, Pay Quicker. And what that's going to do is it's going to allow you to actually link your login to your Pay Quicker account. You're going to use the exact same login that you use to log into your back office with Pay Quicker. So as soon as you're eligible for a check, you will get an email from Pay Quicker. Just search in your mailbox, Pay Quicker, and then go in, put in your basic information to set up your Pay Quicker account, and then you'll see your digital wallet. And you'll see where the money has been deposited onto your Pay Quicker card. If you actually want to get a Pay Quicker card, you just request it. It's like $4 or $5, and they'll mail that to you. You'll have it in 7 to 10 days. But that won't come until the person has qualified to earn their first check. Does that answer your question, Yvonne?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome. David, you got a
Yeah,
question?
yeah. Lisa, I had I'm doing this business as a business, so but I didn't have my EIN at the time, so I'll put my social in. Would I be able to change it a little later?
Yes. So what you're going to do when you're ready to put it in as your EIN number, you're going to send a support ticket. Our support department is via tickets. You're going to send a support ticket to support@envisionu.com, support@envisionu.com. And you're
Okay.
going to say, I signed up under my social security number, but I would like to put this position under my EIN number. Here's the name of my business. Here's my EIN number. Make sure you send that support ticket from the same email that you used to sign in, because they're going to reference it to make sure it's the same person before they make any changes to your account. They
Yes.
usually
Support
respond in
support
24 hours.
you said support at envisionu.com?
Yes.
And also, I didn't do the pay quicker. I did the mass pay. I did that. How do I switch it?
send a support ticket and say you would like to set your payout via Pay Quicker. To say I accidentally chose Mass Pay. I understand that Pay Quicker is the preferred payment method. Please, can you switch me over to Pay Quicker?
So
They
you
have,
said to support at envisionu.com, right?
yes, correct.
Okay. That's
Okay.
and we're trying to do all also whether you talk to Sunny, we're trying to do all my launches, everything. I'm trying to get everything done this starting Monday. I want to do everything.
Okay. So I'll call you offline and we'll put our strategy together.
Okay.
Okay. Welcome. I'm so excited to have you on board. Last thing I wanted to let you guys know, I'm going to type it into this chat. We have a media hub. Okay. It is mediahub.envisionu.com. mediahub.envisionu.com. Let me show you. Okay. I'm going to share my screen. I just want you guys to see. This is where you go to get all of your tools. Let me see. Where's my screen here? I think this is it. All right, hold on. I got so many screens open. Sorry. I think this is it. Okay, share. Okay, can you guys see my screen? Do you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, let me do it again. Let me go back here. I just had it up. Where did it go? Here it is. Okay, when you go to mediahub.envisionu.com, this is where you can also get access to a lot of training. There's some getting started trainings. There's presentations. There's flyers. This is a lot of our VB getting started, how-to trainings, product trainings, different resources if you want graphics for social media. They've got graphics for social media. They've got vision. They've got flyers for social media. Here's a couple of samples of our flyers for Vision Lifestyles flyers. If you want flyers for product sheets, like all of the products, people oftentimes will say, well, how do I know what's in the sprays and where do I get all of those kinds of things? Everything is right here at the Media Hub. A lot of people will make business cards using these. This is where you can order banners, to order pull-up banners. I mean, this company has so many resources. So play around on Media Hub, videos if you want to, post reels on social media if you want different event product videos. I love the product videos that we have from our collagen juice. You can get all of this information. It easily downloads right to your computer or cell phone to post things on social media. The more you post, the more people are going to start asking, well, what is it that you're doing now? So just use social media. Glenn does a great job posting. Anybody that's in your stories, anybody that's liking your post, that opens up a great door to have a conversation with them about your business. So that was the last thing I meant to tell everybody about the Media Hub. Okay. So I'm not going to keep you guys. I know it's a Saturday afternoon. I want you guys to enjoy the rest of your day. This was recorded. We're going to get it added to our YouTube page. So if you want to go back and watch it again, you absolutely can. And we'll be adding a lot of things to the chat. Here's your action items as you leave this call. If you're brand new, you want to do your launch event ASAP. As soon as you get started, you're going to get with whoever signed you up. We're going to get you your launch flyers. The next call that you can invite people to is Sunday's call. Okay. You're going to shoot to sign in 2 people as quickly as you can so that you can break your first rank, and 2 to 4 people, and you can be what we call dual team qualified. Next, you want to do multiple launch calls. So every time there's an opportunity, like I like to do launch events for people on Thursdays. So if you want to do a launch on Thursday, all you have to do is call me, say, hey, I want a launch flyer with you. I'm going to invite 100 people to get on that call. Now I know that you're making a big, massive invite. I'm going to make sure that I announce you and highlight you that this is your launch call. That's when I generally do launch calls. Sometimes I'll do 3 or 4 launch calls on Thursday. So, get with your upline. They can support you and help you to do your launch calls. Okay. And then you can also plug in to any calls that we're doing. So if I'm doing a Monday night call at 9 o'clock, you can make that your launch call. We just got to get you a flyer with your picture and my picture on it, and we'll highlight you on that call. I do Monday nights, Wednesday nights, Thursday nights, Saturday noon, and Sundays at 7 o'clock. So there's never an opportunity that you don't have people that you can do a launch call with. We do trainings on Tuesdays for onboarding, and we do onboarding at 2 o'clock on Saturdays now. And then we have the vision mastery call that's done every Sunday. So much support, guys. You just got to treat this like a business. You don't have to put a lot of hours into it, whatever you can afford. If you can do 5 hours a week, 10 hours a week, whatever you can afford. You don't have to do it all day, but you do have to do something every day. Consistency and persistency, urgency, discipline, excitement. These are the principles that we build on. If you're a serious leader in this business, you're going to be very consistent with your efforts. You're going to be very persistent. No, it's not going to bother you. You're going to keep going forward. You're going to be disciplined to do this on a regular basis. You're going to act with urgency. You're not going to wait a month to get going. You're going to get started like yesterday and do your launch. And you're going to be excited. Remember, people are buying you long before they buy a company or a product. So thank you guys for jumping on. I'm so excited to work with each and every one of you. I'm so excited to help you guys break these ranks and create your stories of success. And I look forward, if anybody has any questions, please don't hesitate to give me a call. All right. God bless everybody. Talk to you later.